Hello, we are here. Diana and Wayne's Crab Bag Potpourri Talk Show for Friday night. We're like an hour, later. But hey, it's Friday. So enjoy.
We are here.
It's okay. I'm here too.
And I have to give a disclaimer. If you hear a it's okay. This is just a little gas. It seems Wayne has a little gas going on. It's okay. It's okay. It's all fine. All right. I mean, I'm talking really loud, like. Okay, he's busting up over here. All right. No.
Keep me away from flammable objects. Okay?
So if you hear something, it's okay. It's not an earthquake.
If you hear about she's eating on air.
Oh, that's true. I am eating a cream cheese sandwich. Okay, fine.
Oh my God.
So I don't have to go away later to eat. I'm here now to eat because I didn't get off work till almost 8 o'clock. So yeah.
Okay, there we go. Hey, good news. I just want to spread this around because it's good news. Out of Arizona, after 3 years of a witch hunt for Sheriff Joe Arpaio, the Obama Injustice Department, as I like to call them, and the article says that too, they have dropped all of their things against Sheriff Joe. So we win. Kick the damn illegals out, and we'll be fine.
Yeah, I actually want to talk about that because I just read an article earlier, and I was watching Hulu last night, and I kept watching commercials. Obama's talking about Romney. Romney's talking about Obama. Obama did this. Romney did that. Okay, and from what I heard today, a lot of that stuff that they're saying isn't even true. Although some of it is, some of it isn't. But what I don't understand is, with this society and where we're living right now, you get two candidates that are running for president. They're saying all this kind of stuff about the other person. I mean, they spend more time talking about each other than they do talking about themselves. I don't want to hear what Romney's not doing, what Obama's not doing. I want to hear what you're going to do. What are you going to do as a president to make this country better? I mean, I want to hear your opinion. I don't want to hear what that person's not doing. I want to hear what you are doing. See, it just seems that everything is just bashing. The people pay attention to the bad thing because that's the thing. People dwell on negativity in the world. Whenever, nobody thinks about all the good, happy things that go happen. But boy, if somebody goes and shoots somebody, all of a sudden the whole world knows about it and it makes big news. So it's the negativity that people remember. I mean, no one's going to remember when somebody does something good. Every day good deeds go by and nobody says anything about them. But boy, something big happens. It's like out there, like a big nose on someone's face. And
or a big zit in the middle of your forehead.
Yeah, that kind of thing. And, and it's just after a while, you just get tired of hearing it. I get tired of Obama saying Romney does this, that, and the other. I get tired of Romney saying Obama's doing this, that, and the other. I don't care what they're not doing. I want to know what you are going to do. What are you going to do as a president?
Can we just have positivity in elections?
Nope. Wrong. Guess again.
I don't know. I mean, yeah. I've been around. Okay,
I think that's our friend Laura. Yeah.
Laura, hello.
Hello.
I've been listening to Broadway show tunes. It's okay.
Oh yeah, and I gave a disclaimer in the beginning of the show. If you hear a big noise, it's okay.
Just Wayne.
It's
yes. She already knew. I was just messing with him,
God.
Oh, he did a really big loud one earlier. I'm like, oh my God, did you crack? Was that the noise of the chair cracking?
Yeah. Make sure you ask him if he wiped.
2 words: farts happen. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay.
And he went in the kitchen and took some Pepto-Bismol, and he's guzzling it down. I'm like, I think you're gonna need the whole container for that one.
Right. You know who did it when there was only 2 people in an elevator?
And it's cruel because he says he'll wait till he gets out, fart, and leave everybody in there with it. I mean, that's cruel.
That's a guy thing.
Yeah.
What if there's a baby in there? You could kill him. I don't know.
No killing, baby. So what's happening with you?
Nothing really.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I leave about. Why? Do you send something?
Oh, yeah, just you were, like, really down, like, talking here. So I don't know.
No, I'm all right.
Oh, yeah, what I was mentioning, which is not too much political, but I was just saying how I'm getting tired of hearing one side say something negative about the other side, Obama, Romney, Obama. And no, but they're not saying anything about what they're doing. They're saying what the other person's not doing.
Well, even you said that you heard part of Romney's speech, and you said he is the biggest liar.
He is.
And that's why I don't understand.
A lying piece of crap. I'm not saying Obama's a lot better. I'm not an Obama fan.
No.
I never have been. But he's not telling the blatant lies that Romney is telling. And it's just killing me. And it's not a Republican-Democrat thing because I don't want either one of them. So...
See, the thing that gets me is even if they lie a little bit or lie a lot, they're still lying. And if they can lie like that, what else are they lying about? That's the thing that concerns me. I mean, I know I used to lie as a kid, and one little lie can get to a bigger lie and a bigger lie, and sometimes you don't even remember what you lied about, and then you get caught lying. So,
But you're not trying to run the country either.
Yeah, but yeah, and from because I read an article today, because... everything that you say now goes out there in the airways. It goes on Facebook. It goes on Twitter. It's really hard now to say something without them being able to look up the facts. Now back in the old day, people didn't do that stuff. You had to go to a card catalog if you wanted to find something. But now you got the World Wide Web. Everybody's talking. You're talking to people all over the country, all over the world. So things are getting out a lot easier than they used to. So people are catching lies and little things that are going on.
And I mentioned some good news, depending on what your perspective is. The Department of Justice has dropped all of their things against Joe Arpaio, so he wins.
I have no idea who that is.
He tried to sue the federal government over the fact that the federal government wanted to stop him from deporting illegal aliens. Under the SB 1070, under Jan Brewer's thing.
So does this mean now he can?
Yep.
Okay.
He can round them puppies up, send them back home.
Oh,
ICE isn't going to do anything, I know that.
Yeah, talking about that, not that I'm getting political or anything, but we were at McDonald's, was it last night or the night before?
Yeah.
And he read to me a little thing that they were talking about. What'd they say? It said on there that they can't deny you employment even if you're illegal.
Or have the proper documents.
Yeah, I thought, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's right there on McDonald's. It was in Walmart, and it was right there on the wall. And the gist of it was, come on in, you're illegal, we don't care, we'll hire you.
And they can't deny you.
And they can't deny you work. Yet, like where you live up near the Detroit area.
Or whatever you say.
I don't live near Detroit.
Well, it's 40 miles away. To me, that's near, because
40 miles, that's like Sacramento to
If you lived here,
Marysville.
you wouldn't be thinking that it was near.
Oh,
You would definitely do what I do and point out the massive, vast difference between where you live and where Detroit is.
Oh, yeah, Detroit, the crap hole of Michigan. But yeah, we've got massive unemployment here. But no, nobody wants to hire anybody unless you're illegal. I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yeah, here, Justin, before he was working where he's working now, he was working at this place where they do like sandblasting of like auto parts and different things.
Oh, yeah.
And basically, they came in and they laid everybody off and they hired immigrant workers because it was cheaper. They didn't say they were illegal, but you know that they are.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that in Stockton. I mean, that's agriculture down there. Of course, you got, that whole area of farming out, east of there and south of there. And yeah, you go and look through all those fields and you don't see a white person in those fields. Hey, I did it when I was younger.
Yeah, what they did is they hired just enough of them that were for sure legal to where if anybody comes in, Because some people do come here and they do want a better life and they do become American citizens.
Yeah.
Not just to send the money back home or whatever.
Yeah.
So they do that. They'll hire just enough of them that are legal so that if they come in, those are the ones who do the documentation that they prove, and they hardly ever investigate any further. They don't want to.
Yeah, that's...
Okay, they're legal, no problem. Okay, only 2 of the whole entire place are legal, but, let's not do the paperwork.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's too much. We got to get home and watch a football game.
Which is really weird because, that's not being racist or anything, but, I mean, we go, it's supposed, these fast food places are supposed to be equal employment opportunity. But I don't know how many places we go into, everyone is Mexican. Or everyone is African American.
They're not equal, though.
Mark, they're all working there.
Yeah, they're not equal. Because Mark went there trying to get a job and they wouldn't hire him because they said he was too overqualified. What they want is people that they can boss around and bully. They don't want people with a brain. They want, the typical burger flippers who, can't really do any better so that they can boss them around. Oh, well, we'll train you, and then, you're just going to leave as soon as you get another job. And Mark's like, I got to eat.
Yeah,
I want to eat.
That's exactly what I was thinking on a lot of the job interviews I went to for childcare. Because I went in there, because I didn't think I did anything wrong in any of my interviews. I would go in there, they'd ask me questions, I'd answer them, and, they knew I did a home daycare, but I go in there totally knowing what I'm talking about. I'm wondering if they don't think I'm not going to go in there and try to change things or, but, I just want a job temporarily until I can do it again.
Come off like you were going to mess with their status quo. You know what I mean? They have a way of doing it, and even if you mean the best with suggesting new ways, they may be, you know what I mean? They may be afraid of you rocking the boat.
But there is no way that anything I ever said in any of those interview questions was wrong, because I've been to college, I had experience. Every question they asked me, I knew exactly what I was saying. Oh, and speaking of that, we just looked in the newspaper a couple of days ago. There's a woman over here in Reno. It's inside the Lutheran Church, I think it is, on Pyramid, over here in Reno. She has a daycare inside the church, and I guess she's had it for like 12 years now. Well, a couple of years ago when I first moved here in 2009, I put in my application over there, and I even put in my application last year. And the first time I went in there, there's a child care room. But I went in and there was this big long table and people were sitting around the table and some children were still in car seats and kids were like up in the corner. I thought it was kind of weird when I first went in there, and it was kind of dark in there too. And I gave the woman my application, she never called me back. Last year I did the same thing. I gave her my application, same thing. I walked in there. No children were playing in the children's room. They all seemed like they were up in the corner it was weird. And some children were still in car seats, and this was the middle of the day. And, I gave her my...
Did you say anything about that, though?
But anyway, I'll tell you what happened. I gave her my application again, and a couple of days later, I was looking on Craigslist. Her ad was on Craigslist. So I emailed her, and I go, I turned in my application. I was just wondering why you didn't call me back for a working interview. I have a degree. I have experience. I'm just wondering why... And she never emailed me back. Now, a couple of days ago, we read in the newspaper, she just got busted for smacking some kid around and smacking him up the head or something.
Yeah.
It was in the newspaper. The cops got called. I guess some parent took their kid there or something and had a videotape or something of her and had her slamming a kid to the ground and smacking. And the woman that I went to, I guess she was the owner. I didn't realize she was the owner. Because I'm wondering, when I turned in my applications, why didn't she talk to me when I went? If she was the owner, she was always abrupt and took my application, but she never called me back or anything. And yeah, it's the same woman, and she just got booked into jail, and yeah, child abuse charges. And she had that daycare for 12 years, and just now, and they're wondering, gee, I wonder how long that's been going on for.
Mm-hmm.
But, it was kind of hard for me to say anything because when I went in there, yeah, children were standing up against the wall or, sitting in a corner, but no one was being abused, and I didn't see anything like that going on. But just the feeling of the place didn't seem right to me. But I couldn't go to the cops and just say, "Oh, the feeling of the place was weird to me," because
unless you find out, a cop that's also clairvoyant, then you'd understand.
But my feelings were right, because I told him both times I went over there that I didn't feel right. And remember, every time I came back, I'm like, that place is still weird. Yeah. And sure enough, there was abuse going on in there. But and maybe that's why she didn't want to hire me. I had a degree, I had experience, and if I would have even seen her do something like that, she would have known her ass was grass, So I can see why she didn't hire me. But yeah, that's what I think. Maybe they think I'm too educated, because I probably do. Because most of these people, even the child care I'm working at now, there isn't a lot of teachers there that have degrees. Because I'm looking up on the wall, and they have little. Some of the teachers have little things that talk about what they do, how long they've been working in childcare, and they don't say they have degrees. So I'm like, yeah. So I do know enough to run a business.
The only time that I would have ever seen is you had told me about the one when you went on that they didn't have activities or something, and then you had pointed that out, and then the stuff outside. They may have, like I said, been offended that you were coming in for an interview, and they may have assumed you were telling them how to do their job. I don't think you were, because I know you, but that may have come off to them like you were, coming in and trying to change stuff and telling them what to do.
Well, I didn't say anything, but a couple of years ago when I first moved here, I did a job interview at the Goddard School. I will say it's the Goddard School in Spanish Springs here in Reno. And
there's one here too.
Yeah. So, but as I was driving up to the child care center, because I had a job interview, I was driving up, and I could see into the playground. I saw two teachers up in the corner of the playground conversing with each other while the children were playing. And when I went into the center, I had to fill out my application. And as I was filling out my application, some kid ran past the room that I was in and took off down the hallway. And I heard another teacher say, "Come back, come back." So I went out into the hallway, helped the child go back to the teacher so the teacher could go in and everything. And then I had my interview, and the woman, it's like there was a teacher that's been working there pretty much since the center's been open. She wanted someone exactly like her. She was saying, "Oh yeah, our teachers, we make sure that they don't converse with each other on the playground, that they watch the children." And I'm sitting there thinking, and I should have said something. When I pulled up, your teachers were up in a corner conversing with each other,
Right.
I mean, I would have said that, but I knew when I did that interview, I'm like, this place doesn't even feel, you get the feel of things. And
sure.
I'm like, she wanted somebody exactly like the teacher that was leaving. And, I can't be like somebody else. I be myself. And, everybody has different teaching styles and things. And, of course, you do the way the center wants you to do, too. But, yeah, she was just too much wanting someone that was identical to the person who left. And, yeah, I don't know. I would really love to have my own child care center, because it would be just completely awesome. I mean, my coworkers would love me, and I pick up things that other directors do and places do, and I see how I would change things and do things differently. But I don't know if I want something on such a large scale, though. I think a home daycare is just probably enough for me.
Get a volunteer.
Yeah, but to do something where you have like a couple hundred students and I mean, I could do it because I've done a home daycare, but it would just take up. But I could always hire somebody to run it.
Yeah, but then you gotta pay taxes.
Yeah, see, it's too much. It's just much easier for me to do a home daycare because I can make $3,000 or $4,000 just watching 4 or 5 kids. Mm-hmm. And it's a simple little home daycare, like that's what I was doing. That's how much I was making. I was making about $4,000 watching 5 kids. But yeah, so yeah, I'll do that again at some point. But yeah, being a director.
I hope you do, because I know you'd be happier.
Yeah, we'll come up there.
But see, yeah, I pick things up from what other directors have done and think, things not to do, things to do, things like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like when I went over to the Circus Reno here in Reno and got a job over there. The supervisor or the manager, basically, she said, you're overqualified for this job, right? And I go, yeah, but I got to eat. I got to pay rent. And she's going, oh, okay. Because my experience is far above those people, but I needed to eat.
Well, I mean, I can understand certain jobs being concerned if they hire, people, and then they're just going to leave. Well, the thing is, like I said, a McDonald's job, really, they're not going to hire people because, we'll hire you, and then you might, want to go move on. Well, people move on from McDonald's usually.
Well, there are a few that make it to be, supervisors and junk and make money, but there's just a handful of those.
Yeah,
kind of
most people who go there, it's a temporary job.
Yeah.
While they're like going to school or doing something else,
Yeah.
And I couldn't believe when they told him that. I'm thinking, my God, and they'd have been lucky to have him because he's educated, but he's not, he hasn't graduated from college. He's taken some courses, but he's like still book smart. He's worked for the universities and that kind of stuff, but sometimes they're just stupid.
Yeah, I was working for the Jackson Rancheria Casino in Jackson, California, and like within the first 6 months, I got there and I'm, getting in there, getting my hands, just doing stuff, and one person left. He found another job, and then the last person that left when I got there was like 3 months later. Actually, it was 4 months later, and apparently he just never came in, and so I'm sitting there with other people because they had to get some people to help me, and they took me in the office, went, well, you're the shift lead now. And I'm like, oh, great, wonderful. So they, raised my pay, and within 3 years I got like, $3 raise, so $1 a year, but, and then, all that crap happened, but.
Yeah, it's great for that, but, I've done my home daycare, so I like doing my own thing. Yeah. I work at another place, but I can't really, because there's other teachers in the room, so I can't really make it exactly the way I want to do it.
Yeah,
I have different policies. Some of their policies are looser than policies I would have when it comes to like diaper changing, and sometimes they're a little more lax on things. They're a play facility, so they don't really, even babies can do little fun things, little curriculum things. Even art, put them in a high chair, let them finger paint or something with pudding or whatever. But they're more lax on that, so there's things that I would do that they don't do. And, and you got to follow their policies. So, plus, if I have my own home daycare, everything that parents gave me would be all mine. I wouldn't be on an hour thing,
Sure.
Like when I got paid $7.20 a month for a child, I got $7.20 a month. I didn't, I didn't get $10 an hour or whatever. Well,
that's like and I keep thinking of Flat Rock. I don't know why. If I had my theater, it'd be a limited liability company, LLC. That way I can pay myself, be my own employee. And then the theater would, if I had like 3 or 4 volunteers and they were there during the whole run of a show on our dark weeks, I would just go, here's, I'd give like each person a Walmart card and say, hey, there you go. Or a food card, to a restaurant or something and say, I can't give you anything because you're volunteers, but...
Or a grocery cart.
Or a grocery cart.
So they can buy stuff for their whole family.
Oh,
it's almost like paying them that way because then they can buy stuff that they need.
But it's a gift, and so from the business, it's a gift, and it's pretty much a write-off.
I think, too, though, if I wanted to have a Christian home daycare, I could probably get tax exempt for that. Because it's a Christian thing. Yeah. No, I wouldn't want to do a Christian home daycare.
But I believe schools and that you consider basically like a school home daycare. I think they're tax exempt in Michigan anyway.
Oh, really? Oh.
I'm not 100% sure, but I know like schools are because when I worked for the warehouse club, and for Sears Hardware, the schools would come in and we'd have to ring them up in a tax exempt way.
Oh, okay.
Churches are too, but I think some schools are. I know colleges and stuff are. That'd be something to check into, depending on the county. It may not be every county, but that'd be something to look into.
Yeah. Well, we definitely want to get the hell out of Nevada. Nevada is in the hole. I mean, literally. It's we're on a mountain in a valley.
There's a sinkhole out there.
There's a, so we're near a volcano. So yeah, we want to leave. No, I joke, but yeah, it's getting really bad because now all of the stuff in California is like, overflowing into Nevada and
reverberating.
Yeah, things are just falling apart, and yeah, it's I don't know.
I don't know where to go though because it's happening all over now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I would be, before you make that decision, I would definitely do some research on which place, where would be better for you.
Yeah. Now, Flat Rock has some, you were talking about the, what is that, the Downriver Development Corporation?
A lot of them, Downtown Development Authority.
Oh, downtown, yeah.
A lot of the towns here do have that.
Yeah. Now, what's the one that, what's that actor, the Purple Rose Theater?
Oh, Jeff Daniels.
Now
that's near Jack's. That's more toward the middle of the state.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I definitely...
there's a lot of actors and musicians and stuff from Michigan that set up things like that. The gentleman who was Captain Craig in Law & Order SVU, he's from Flat Rock.
Yeah.
And his family still has a dental practice here.
Oh, wow.
So, you see it all the time. And his other brother, his younger brother, is also an actor. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one guy.
What's
his name? The one in NCIS? What's that guy's name?
Not Mark Harmon.
Mark Harmon, who's married to Pam Dauber. They live in Montana. They have a ranch in Montana. So I saw that on the front cover of a magazine a few months ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool.
It seems like everybody goes to L.A. or New York and gets really rich and popular and then moves out.
I didn't even know that till recently that Pam Dauber was married to Mark Harmon. I didn't even know that.
Oh, yeah, for like 25 years.
Oh, yeah. I think she met him when she was still doing work.
Mork and Mindy was just about ending when she was dating him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a good marriage. Oh, yeah, and Danny DeVito's still married to that one woman in Cheers. Yeah, they've been married a long time.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like 30-something years.
Oh, God, I know. Yeah, and they say Hollywood marriages don't last. Well, 75% of them don't, but...
yeah, some of them do. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot that one guy who's... Oh, man, I forgot who it was. I totally forgot. That one guy who... Oh, the one that was in Cheers that's in CSI right now. What's his name? Oh, Ted Danson.
Yeah.
He's married to somebody, too. I forgot.
Yeah.
Mary Steenburgen.
Yeah, Mary Steenburgen. The one that used to be married to Malcolm McDowell. I'm like, dang. I didn't know. I didn't even know that. That was cool.
Yeah, I'd like to...
They got married, and she's personal friends with the Clintons, and Bill Clinton kind of threatened him if he hurt her.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
I like her.
I'd like to get up in a small town, and I know looking around, there's probably parts of Flat Rock you wouldn't go to even in the daytime.
Where I live.
Yeah, pretty much. But
mostly Flat Rock's not bad. We've had a few little issues, but not as much as when you go more northwest of here.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I'm sure I'm going to answer my own question after I ask it. Wasn't there in the middle of the town, not the part you live in, but wasn't there nicer places where in Flat Rock?
Oh, there's lots of nice places in Flat Rock. I just couldn't afford them.
Oh, and they weren't contingent upon how much you made?
No, there's not too many in the Downriver area that do that.
Jesus.
And if they do, they're not any areas that you want to live. So this isn't bad. This is not one of the worst lower income ones around, at least. There's ones that are worse, much worse. So
basically, if we were to come there to check the place out, you'd say, don't go there, don't go there. Don't.
Yeah, I'd be able to tell you where to go. I mean, I wouldn't tell you to not live here. I would just tell you to be prepared that, you wouldn't be able to get a 2-bedroom apartment here. Because you don't have children. You have to have kids to be able to get a 2-bedroom apartment in this complex.
Wow. Well, yeah.
We
have a 2-bedroom. It's just us.
1-bedroom.
Yeah, we'd probably try to find a house.
Oh, for sure. No, I have to do my home daycare again. Seriously.
Go to Trenton or something.
And these people like this woman over here in the church are ruining it for people who want to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because, this stuff goes on and people don't want to... Actually, but that was a child care center, though. That's not an in-home.
Yeah.
That was an actual child care center that happened at. So it's like, dang.
Yeah.
Even things happen in child care centers.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's important for me to do my own thing. When I get this hearing for Social Security disability, I don't plan on staying on it forever. I do plan on doing something. I did talk to Social Security here in town, I said, well, what if I, start my own business and all that and start making more than what I'm... And she goes, oh, you just pay right back into the system. It's no big... Just let
there's
us know.
a thing called Ticket to Work. They give you an opportunity to work for 9 months and not, at least 9 months, and not lose your Social Security.
Yeah, that's what they told me.
But I can't do, you wouldn't be able to do any of the jobs you've already done if you do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the idea of getting Social Security is because you can't do whatever it is you're trained to do.
Exactly.
So
well, you can do
something
as long as you're not making a profit, like if it's a non-profit. I don't know.
Well, no, I'd have... I don't know. But I would want to make a profit. I'd want to eat.
Well, no, you're just saying all your profit that goes into it comes back out in the clothes and training, and all that stuff. So you're really not making a lot because everything you pull out, you're putting back in props and clothing. And,
Yeah, they don't necessarily see it that way, though. It would be income, even though he's putting it back into the business.
Yeah. See, that's why I would just say, oh, screw Social Security. I'm getting off of it. I make, 5 times more in a month than I...
Well, what I would try to do is while you're on Social Security, just try to put a little away. But you can't have too much in the bank either because you have to...
Yeah.
But the thing is, you'll get a retroactive check. When I first got on Social Security, even though I've been, legally blind since birth, they have to go back and they determine how long you've been disabled. They might go back to your last job, possibly. They may not, because they didn't quite do that with me. But I ended up getting a check for like $10,000.
Jesus.
And
so
then
how
they gave
can
me
they
another
assume...
$2,000 a couple months later because they had miscalculated and owed me more money.
Okay.
But then they kept for years asking me, well, why did you have this $10,000 in this particular month? Because you gave it to me.
Yeah, and I think that's really ridiculous. They're going to determine. Okay, I'm determining it because I went down there and filed. Oh, but they're going to assume. Oh no, what you weren't? You didn't have it here. You had it 10 months later. What? Okay, I wouldn't have filed 10 months earlier. For them to sit there and say, "Oh, it's when we determine it," that's
well,
it's because it goes back
dumb.
to when you stopped being able to work at the stuff that you were trained to do.
Yeah.
And how they determined it for me was when I stopped working at the one clerical/retail job that I had and went to the next one. I wasn't making as much money, so that's when they determined it for me. So for Wayne, I'm not sure how they would determine that.
Yeah, they told me when I went and signed up, they said, "Oh, it looks here like you filed before in 2010, but didn't follow up on it. We'll try to reopen that one if we can, and all that, and so that goes back 2 years already." But
so it's already been about a year and a half.
I mean, I can't do warehousing or construction or anything because of my knee and my hand and all that. Can I walk? Yeah. Do I need a walker? No. I'm not.
Well,
that
sometimes I think he needs a cane, though.
Yeah.
You can't stand for long periods of time, like when you worked at the casino either.
No, I can't. I can only probably sit down, like when I do my show for 2 hours. I go on long breaks. I get up, walk around, go, because I can't
I
sit
do that
down.
too.
Yeah, I can't sit down that long. I can't stand up for more than 25 minutes at least. But, see, with the theater, I'll be walking around and doing stuff. But, after a while, it's just, I do as much as I can, It's
I tried to get I'm not your subject, but I tried to get the microphone headset today, and both packages at Walmart were all boogered up. So I don't know if there's stuff missing, so I'm going to have to wait and go to another Walmart and see. And Justin was nice. He goes, well, here's a headset. I'm like, I appreciate that. I said, but I want the one that I could plug into the computer and into my phone.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and I was going to get that today, but like I said, both of the packages they had were messed up, and I'm not about to spend $20 on something and maybe not have it be right.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool when we went to see that Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Yeah.
They had a guy up there who was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that was cool.
Doing a scene, and I thought that's cool. They're getting to get everybody up in there to play a part.
That was awesome.
Even though he was in a wheelchair, and I think he had one of those things to move the.
He was.
Yeah, I thought that was cool though.
Yeah.
I'm like they get everybody in there to play a part. That was cool.
And on stage32.com. A little plug for them. I'm on that website as an actor and writer. And I emailed through there one of the women that was in Thoroughly Modern Millie that we went and saw a few months ago.
Oh, did you?
At the Nugget. And she was Miss Dorothy.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
That was kind of cool. And she's working on another play. She's teaching, but she's also working going to be working in another play. I think it's The Magic Lamp or Aladdin or something like that over at the El Dorado Casino.
Oh, yeah, you could have met her that day because all the people on stage came out and started conversing with everyone.
I know. Being in theater, and I love theater. I just love it. Everything about it. The best thing to do is to go out and meet the crowd. It is so cool, man. When my friend Tom had his theater, we'd get done. We'd go by the front door. The audience would be walking by. We'd shake. That was cool. That was so cool. And actually, when I was working at Stockton Civic Theater and doing shows there, I've had several people ask for my autograph. And I'm like, and later on when I was out walking around the malls, it's like, yeah, I can do that, not a problem. And that's so cool, man. When people see you, like, oh yeah, a couple of months ago you were in that. Yeah, it was. It's kind of that's so cool.
Stalker.
What?
Stalkers.
What'd she say?
Stalker.
Stalkers.
Okay.
They remember him months later.
Oh yeah. But yeah, and I do want to do my theater, but I sit here in the morning. I go, okay, I got to do this, I got to do that. 5 hours later, I'm still sitting here, But I can do most of it online anyway. I can, put notices out like I just did tonight on Facebook.
Yeah,
for
I saw
voice
that.
actors. And but now I have to get my. See, the thing is, though, you ever get that feeling like, okay, I want to do something, and then you go to like places you want to go to. And you just got the feeling like, why isn't this gelling? Why isn't this coming together like I want it to? It's not me. It's just, it's that feeling of, is it supposed to be here? I know I want to do it, but it's not working here. It's like plugging in a lamp in the wall and turning it on and going, oh, I got to replace the bulb. Oh, okay. So, I don't know. It's just that weird feeling, I guess.
I don't know.
That's weird.
What's the matter?
Oh, now I hear static. Weird.
I hear cows.
I hear cows. I hear cow.
Zombie cow. Oh.
Grr, arg, moo.
Moo-ah.
Moo-ah.
Yeah, they got that. No, I don't know if that was a zombie. What was that thing we saw last night? It was a movie. I don't know if it was a zombie movie or... Oh, it was weird. It was some preview I was watching.
Oh, The Day. It's a movie called The Day.
Yeah, because it's in like a house out in the middle of nowhere, and these teenagers go to it or whatnot, and then all of a sudden these other people come out of the night and start attacking them or something.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, is this a zombie movie? Or is this supposed to be a remake of Night of the Living Dead? I wasn't sure. It seemed like a house or a barn out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
They go into it, weird stuff is happening, and then these people show up.
Yeah, I want to go see The Possession.
Me too.
They said it was based on a true story, but in all my
They're
research...
always based on a true story,
I'm thinking it's a composite. I don't know.
That's not the one on the airplane. Was that 707? Yeah, I want to see that.
7500 is another one I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see that one. That was cool.
It's like the producer of The Grudge. Of The Grudge. Sorry. And another guy, a director of some other movie. Oh my God, that looks weird.
I know. All of a sudden, that guy's sitting there in his seat on the plane. He's got a drink thing in his hand. All of a sudden, it just squishes up. I'm like, that's weird. Yeah. Oh, and another really weird one. I've noticed lately they're rehashing Wizard of Oz. And they're doing this, was that one, The Wizard of Oz or whatever?
Yeah, they filmed it here in Michigan.
Yeah, they did that one. Now, and there's another one, there's another one, like a computer-generated one. And yesterday we just saw one where the Scarecrow and the Tin Man, it's weird. It's like they get on a bus, they come back to
Kansas.
Yeah, and they're trying to find Dorothy or something. It's weird because they're just dressed up. And all you get is the Tin Man and I guess they're trying to find Dorothy. I don't know. It's just weird. Yeah. I mean,
they're redoing RoboCop too.
Yeah.
Huh.
And they just said today that Michael Keaton is playing the part of that Ronnie Cox played as the bad guy, the CEO of the company.
Oh, wow.
I still want to see that one movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger did. What's that?
Total Recall.
Yeah, I still want to see Total Recall. I've heard some bad reviews on it, but I mean, well, it sounds pretty cool. It looks like it's exactly like the original. Yeah. So I want to see how much like the original is.
Being an actor, I can say this. Hollywood has run out of ideas. Okay, there's nothing new coming out of Hollywood.
I know, they're rehashing old movies, old shows.
And they're bringing,
when they do anything new, though, they don't do very well.
Yeah, and they're doing comic book heroes coming out, superheroes, and all of that. The ones that I like to see now are independent films. And they got big name actors in them, but they're independent films. They're not any major studio. And I've heard that most major well-known actors now are getting away from the big box office, big time epic films because they want to do, independent films.
The movie that Sylvester Stallone did, and he just did the part 2 of it, The Expendables. The people in that movie did not make a lot of money, especially in the first one.
I didn't even see the first one.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
They did not make a lot of money in the first one. I don't think they made that much in this one either because as Sylvester Stallone said, a lot of them are kind of getting older and people are not thinking of them as action stars, so they're happy to be doing this while they still can.
Yeah.
Actually, I know a movie we all should go see. It's called The Love. What was that one? From the makers of they're green and blue.
Oh,
what was those called? Those
Oogie Love.
Yeah, Oogie Love.
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you see the preview for that? Oh my gosh! Yeah. I'm like, okay. It's the ones who did. What's the one that Lulu and what's that kids show?
Oh my
god, Teletubbies. Yeah, I think it's from the makers of Teletubbies. We saw a preview for that yesterday. I'm like, oh my god.
It's got Christopher Lloyd in it.
Yeah, it's got some stars though.
Jamie Presley.
But yeah, it's
Priestley.
Weird.
Whatever.
It looks like a bunch of people just dressed up in these huge costumes.
I'm good. I don't know. I'm good.
Hi.
I don't do drugs, but I would have to take a hit of acid for that one. Okay?
They kind of look like Tinky Winky and Poe, and I don't even know why I know those things. Lala and Tinky Winky, Poe, Lala, and oh god, I forgot.
Yeah.
I work with children. I'm okay to know that stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Hey, I know the Barney song because of my.
Oh my God, no!
So I'm not going to judge.
I love you, you love me. Oh, never mind.
We're a happy family.
I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse: the Barney song or the Small World song.
Barney song.
Yeah.
Well, I got this other Barney song about catching Barney on fire. Uh-oh, Barney's on fire.
I saw something like that on YouTube.
God.
Uh-oh, Barney's on fire. I thought that Weird Al did that song. And same with the Genie in the Bottle song, I Got My Weenie in a Bottle. For some reason, I thought Weird Al did those songs. He didn't do those. Somebody else did. But it sounds like Weird Al doing those songs.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
love
not.
Weird Al. That's one of the best concerts I've ever been to was a Weird Al concert.
Oh, that'd be cool.
He sat on my lap and sang to me.
What?
It was this place when I lived in Grand Rapids, and my friend Dale, he won tickets on the radio because he had to sing one of Weird Al's songs, and he did the best, so they picked him, and he got 4 tickets. So he brought my ex-husband and I had an aisle seat. And he has a song that he sings about, I'd rather chew on shards of broken glass than spend one more minute with you. It's his attempt at a love song, he said. And he's walking down the aisle, and he's like touching people on the shoulder, and my ex-husband is like pointing at me and I can't see it. And he sits down on my lap, and he sang most of the song sitting on my lap.
Oh my! What did you think?
I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
Oh, did you get any pictures?
No, not back then. This was like 91, 92, so we didn't have cell phones or anything like that. Jeez. I didn't expect that. You're not thinking. So I wish I would have, man. Because I love me some Weird Al. That was one of the best shows I have ever been to.
Oh, yeah.
He puts on one hell of a show. And he's funny, too. I mean, it's not just singing, because he tells jokes, and he's just hysterical. That was one of the best, most fun nights I've ever had. Even if he wouldn't have sang to me like that, it would have been one of the best times I'd ever had.
I got to see that one guy. What's his name? The guy that throws watermelons? What's his name? Gallagher. I met him. We were at the State Fair in the 90s, and we were going to watch Gallagher on stage because he was there at the fair. But where we were going to sit was way in the back. I mean, we wouldn't even be able to see the show. So we were trying to sit in the front, and they were the white seats, and somebody came up and said, oh, these are for certain people. I'm like, well, whatever. So we were going to leave because there's no way. It was too far back. We couldn't even see him. So when we were walking out, Gallagher was up on stage riding a little tricycle. He was practicing his act. And we walked by, and we waved at him, and he said, hi. And I'm like, that was cool. As we went by. At least we got recognition from him. He said hi to us from his bicycle. And I thought that was cool.
Not long ago, he sued his own brother.
Yeah.
He what?
He sued his own brother.
Oh, really?
His brother looks like him and was going around doing shows, calling himself Gallagher and doing something similar. And he actually was going to be having a show here in Michigan, and everybody thought it was actually Gallagher, and it wasn't. It was his brother.
Now,
so I don't blame him. You know, you have your brand of what you do, and you have somebody else going.
Well, he just do a show with his brother then. I mean,
I don't know.
Didn't Gallagher have cancer or something and beat it?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He's tough.
Yeah, today is another one of those days.
Why?
Princess Diana.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. What is it? You know, what's wrong with August? Okay, my birthday's on the 16th. Okay, Elvis Presley died on the 16th, so my birthday gets... I can't even celebrate my birthday because I got to hear about Elvis. I mean, I'm not complaining or anything, but... And then I don't even get out of the month before I hear my name and somebody's died with my name. I mean, gosh, I mean, somebody dies on my birthday, and then somebody who has my name has died on my month of my birthday. Not to complain or anything. It's just, God, two people are...
Yeah.
I hope nobody else...
my cousin, who is my best friend, she died in August.
I hope every year that somebody else doesn't die on my birthday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sad though. But I mean, geez, would it have to be in August? Yeah.
Yeah. Want to take a break?
Sure, yeah, because I didn't get a chance to go to the bathroom before.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I was on the phone when Diana.
Yeah,
and I didn't mean to be rude when you called, Diana. I was in the middle of something. I was in the middle of talking with a friend of mine with something she's going through. Well, and if I came off as rude, I didn't mean to. And I said, I'm sorry, I'm on the other line, and I would try. Okay, I just wanted to be sure I didn't sound rude. I was going to apologize if I did.
If you just want to go another 10 minutes, I mean, that's okay.
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah, we do a short one tonight because I got off work almost 8 o'clock.
Yeah. We'll just go another 10 minutes or so. So
okay. I can wait.
Oh, you can?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. But I do want to take a 30-second break because I keep forgetting to throw in the little Spreaker breaks. And really, if people are listening live, they'll hear a Spreaker promo for the website and all that. But if you listen back on the podcast, it's an actual commercial for whatever they sold that day.
Well, that's weird.
So it's kind of weird. So 30 seconds, we shall return.
We are back!
As you yawn.
Oh, yeah, we're back. Well, you know, I worked all day today. Well, sort of.
Yeah.
I worked half the day. Okay.
Yeah, you were at work anyway, right?
But, you know, I'm working with babies, so sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I just sit there for an hour and rock. Well, like this afternoon, I cleaned everything up. Well, I only had one baby until 7:30, which Mom showed up 20 minutes late. But, you know, all the babies left by 5:45, so I cleaned the room up, so it was pretty much done by 6. So I had to sit there. And I woke him up at 7:15. That way he'd have a diaper change and fed before he left. So I'm just sitting there looking at a book I brought in, and like, what else am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah, I know, babies.
And if the babies are all asleep, sometimes we just sit there and just rock and talk. I mean, what else is to do? So.
Jeez, you got a hard life, you know.
Well, sometimes it is though. Like yesterday. Oh my gosh, yesterday. None of the teachers showed up. I guess some of them called in sick and one was on vacation. And I showed up, and the babies are all screaming. 8 babies, all screaming. There are 4 teachers in the classroom. I'm walking in, and I'm like, oh, my God. Well, I walked out because I was 15 minutes early, and when I came back in, they're like, oh, God, we're so glad you're back. And within, like, 5 minutes, I had all of them calm down. Because I told them, you got to wrap them like a burrito. you gotta, because I do 6 weeks to 6 months, you gotta wrap them like a burrito, put them in the swing, or, there's certain things you gotta do to them, because if you gotta know the babies. Some babies, you gotta swaddle them. Some babies, you gotta put them in the swing that swings sideways. Different babies react differently to the jumper or the bopper. And you got to know the kids to know, once you know them, but the teachers that were in there had no idea who to do what to where and how, and they didn't know the babies. So, of course, they were all screaming. I come in there, I know exactly what to do, because when I go in there at 2:30, I know, because most of the babies are on schedule. So I know if I go in there, this baby's probably tired, this one, this, that, and the other. So I know when I go in there what needs to go on.
You should be the director.
But, and I'm like, well, why come there's so many teachers in here? Oh, well, we had 2 parents show up to breastfeed their children, and we didn't want all the kids screaming. So what, they had to have 1 teacher per child in there or something? It was weird. But after I show up, they were fine, because I go straight to the day sheet, see who needs what, and I go into it. And so I know what's going on. So, see that's what a good teacher does. So you get right in there, you know exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Oh,
but,
yes.
Yeah, but see, once I do my own home daycare, you get on a system of things.
Yeah.
Parents want things done certain times. Sometimes you only feed them every 3 hours. Sometimes they're on a schedule. You got to feed them exactly in 3 hours. Even if they're asleep, you got to wake them up, feed them, and then go back to sleep. Yeah, some of them are on tight schedules. Some parents they're really, which is weird, because at that age, month by month, they're going to change anyway. Sometimes they're going to go through a growth spurt and want to eat more, and it's hard to put them on a schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand why they're trying, because if they're on a schedule, then they sleep normally, and mom and dad can sleep too.
But it works though for the most part. They stick pretty close to it, and when the schedule changes, they let you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, yesterday all the teachers were gone. None of the teachers that were in that room were there yesterday, so nobody knew what to do. And I'm like, well, you guys could have called me in at 11. I could have come in early, and I guess I didn't think of it, or I don't know. But yeah, I could have come in earlier for that.
Well, you're just going to make yourself invaluable to them,
Yeah, well, I'm coming in early for a couple of days next week, because week after next, because I just started this job, so Monday's a holiday and I don't get paid for it, so it's a good thing I get to come in early a couple of times. Eventually I'll do it full time, because the job's not full time at the moment. But hopefully eventually I can get into doing that, and then we'll get a house, and then there you go, rent a house, and I can do my daycare again.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what's your last minute things?
Oh, I don't know. I did some more artwork today. Got to finish it.
Cool, because I got him an easel for his birthday with a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I got a lot of paintings I got to sell now. So if anybody wants paintings, just email me at grabbagshow@usa.com. I'll give you the prices. So stuff like that. Of course, we're not going to be here tomorrow, so I was gonna ask you if you want to do a show, but we're not going to be here tomorrow, so we can do one tomorrow night.
Yeah, because I'm sure we'll probably be back by 7 or 8 if you do a show at night.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Oh, we're going to
Truckee,
California, and we're not going to be there all day. I mean. But
yeah, because we're going to leave early. So if we leave at like 9 o'clock in the morning,
California.
It's an old historic town, gold town.
And that's only about a half an hour from here. It's really not that far.
Yeah, it's a gold mining town, and silver, gold, whatever. I don't know. It's really cool, but. I don't know, that they got like old towns, ghost towns like that near you, or is that more in the UP?
Not immediately near me, but there are some. That'd be something we'd look up, and not like the downriver area.
Yeah. Yeah, because you got, let's see, you got the Huron, and then you got little, rivers going out from that to the south, right?
Well, we have tons of rivers and lakes and everything here, yeah. You can't go more than 10 miles in any direction around here and not hit some kind of water.
Oh, Jesus.
That's probably about right here. We got the Truckee River and a whole bunch of ponds and lakes and streams.
Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah. So, when did you want to do the Mystical Cow Show?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still, that's one of the reasons I was looking to get a microphone. I figured it would be easier than having to hold the phone up to my ear and then having to switch it to the other ear. And so I was actually trying to look for one, but like I said, gonna have to keep looking.
Yeah, I've never seen the headsets that you could plug into the computer and the phone.
They have them at Walmart.
Oh, huh, weird. Okay.
$18.96.
Wow.
The price on them.
Okay.
And whenever they've had them, I haven't had the money, and I had the money today. But like I said, the only ones that they had, both packages were like opened and like taped back together.
Yeah.
Well, you can order it online, Walmart online.
You got to have a credit card. I don't have a credit card.
Oh, okay. And that thought. Well, you can get a credit card if you go to Walmart. You can get like a $50 credit card, and it costs like $5 to activate it, and there you go.
Yeah, I had one from there, and then they take too many fees out.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, they take if you don't use it normally, they take like between $3 and $5 off of it a month.
Oh, well, just use it one time. Get it enough that you want to order something, and then don't use it.
Well, I kind of have one of those that I can do at the gas station.
Oh, yeah.
Near here that I can load up. So.
Well, who knows? Somebody might be nice and send you a Walmart card.
Yeah. Can you, if you have a Walmart card, can you do that online? I never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Yeah, that's how I've done whenever I've done anything bought on Amazon. I like use an Amazon gift card.
Yeah. Yeah, my folks, I got to call them tomorrow. They sent us a Walmart card, so we went down and bought a new vacuum cleaner.
I have a new vacuum cleaner myself that I got not too long ago.
Jeez.
It wasn't bad. It was a Bissell for what, $40?
Yeah, like $45 or something like that. Not bad.
Yeah, I love that. That's one of the few household chores I actually like to do.
Yeah, it's one thing I can get him to vacuum, because he likes to vacuum. He likes it, so
I do too.
He can do it.
I don't mind doing laundry either, but I don't.
I like to do laundry.
Oh, good,
That's my favorite chore.
Yeah, because I don't know how to do women's clothes. I just warm and shove it in there, and there you go.
Well, that's all I do. Yeah, no, well, I just separate the towels from the clothes.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I do that. And, certain clothes that I don't want to shrink, I hang up. But if somebody's going to do my laundry, I'll take that kind of stuff out.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law has done mine for me before, like when I was sick, and I just left the stuff at home that, I didn't want to take a chance on, getting accidentally bleached. Because I love her, but she has a habit of sometimes accidentally getting bleach on stuff. So.
Oh my God, yeah. See, I don't use bleach.
Everything.
I don't use bleach at all.
I do on occasion.
Yeah.
But not all that often.
Yeah. Now, if I'm doing strictly whites, I might throw like one of those capfuls in there and just go from there. But
yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah, most of the detergent we get though is got a bleach alternative in it anyway.
Yeah, no big deal. Hey, I know it's 1 o'clock back there.
So I guess we's going now, huh?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm still hungry.
Okay.
I guess I'll eat.
This is Diana and Wayne's Grab Bag Potpourri Talk Show.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and that's Laura over there.
Yes, it is.
Hi. We shall be back.
Probably next Friday.
Next Friday. Hopefully at 8. So.
Yeah, I had a late kid today, so yeah.
So anyway, hey, come check us out next Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Eastern. Come check out my show, The Views Express, Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Right there on Spreaker.com. Hey guys, have a great night. Laura, enjoy.
Goodbye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.